UFD Tech's 2019 Computex coverage is brought to you by the likes of our friends at Wootware, ASRock, BitPhoenix, and AbConcore. You can check all of them out at the links in the video description and check out the dope products that they're going to be showing off this year. We'll have videos coming up of them soon. Hey friends, welcome back to our 2019 Computex coverage. G.Skill asked us to take a look at their booth this year. They sponsored this video, so big thanks to them. But they had a few new interesting things for us to check out, and they're trying to revamp their RAM lineup with the G.Skill Trident Z Neos. These are different looking to the Trident Z RGB, Trident Z RGB, however you want to say it, than what has previously been out there. It's no longer going to just be the single color look, but they're looking to implement a dual tone finish on the RAM modules. They asked us which one we thought looked well and what color combinations would go well with it. I really like the silver and black aesthetic that they had on the main showcase, and stated that the ones that they had off to the side could be used in color combination builds, but probably wouldn't be hot sellers. However, since they asked us, I'm sure they're keen to hear what you guys want to say. So let us know down in the comments what color combinations you would want to see on the Trident Z Neos from G.Skill, and if it would be something that you would want. Still having the addressable RGB on the top, but then you have the color scheme on the side of it. I want to hear from you down below. But on top of that, G.Skill also had a bunch of showcases of what their RAM can do, what their highest end kits would look like, including ones that ship at speeds of 5,200 megahertz at CL18, which is blisteringly fast in case you ever thought otherwise. That is amazing, and that's a retail version of the G.Skill RAM that they're trying to sell. On top of that, they're really trying to develop their high density RAM, coming in 32 gigabyte modules, including this one that was on the Dominus X, which had 384 gigabytes of RAM. You had 12 sticks of 32 gigabytes, and it was running at 4,000 megahertz at CL18, which is bananas. That's more RAM than a lot of people have in their entire freaking system for storage. So that's pretty incredible. And then on top of that, they also had a high density setup for some SODIMM memory on this Intel NUC right here, coming in at 3,466 megahertz and performing pretty admirably, especially considering the fact that it's laptop form factor RAM. And then other mentionable things are a couple of different kits running at 5,000, one at CL18, but then another one running at a super low latency CL17. A couple of systems running with the Core i9-9990XEs, which are the auction only 14 core chips that go up to 5 gigahertz, and they had RAM running with those up to 3,866 megahertz. So not only are you spending a lot of money on a CPU, but when you're buying a board like that, you still get really fast RAM. Then when it comes to Ryzen, they have a couple of high-speed kits, one coming in at 4,000 megahertz at CL18, and several others coming at 3,600 megahertz at CL18 as well. So you got fast RAM for no matter what type of system you're looking at. X299, a Xeon workstation, a mini portable system with the SODIMM memory, or even Ryzen itself. You can get any type of RAM. And then on top of that, they also had some new peripherals that they were showing off, including some that they're trying to introduce to creators. One is an 80% 10 keyless keyboard, which looks very minimalistic, comes in a dual tone colored finish, has a USB Type-C removable cable, so it's portable everywhere and anywhere you want to go with very little branding on it. It's actually only on the underside of the keyboard. Then they also had a creator mouse that they were trying to show off, which can work on even glass surfaces and should retail for about $30 is what they told us, and it comes in two different colors. You have the black and white right there, but then also a more black oriented design, which should work well. And then they also had another gaming mouse on display with some pretty decent RGB effects. This one actually doesn't require any software. You actually have a button on the bottom of the mouse which allows you to change the lighting configurations, so you don't have to install anything, and you can change the lighting however you see fit while you're on the go. Then on top of that, G.Skill also had probably the best mods that we've seen at the show, including several. One that looks like a Core i9-9900K box, another one that is a Metro Exodus inspired theme, and a fully functioning beer keg. So that was pretty good. But on top of that, I mean, most of them just looked freaking gorgeous. Then they had their overclocking competition going on right next door. Basically, I mean, it's at the same booth, it's just on the other side. But they actually were able to break the overclocking record for memory just 2 days ago, coming in at 5,866 megahertz. So G.Skill not only just pushing the boundaries when it comes to speed in retail packages, but also when it comes to world records and the fastest RAM that you can get ever. So Big thanks to G-Scale for sponsoring this video, and big thanks to our sponsors for bringing us here to Computex. That's the likes of ASRock, Bitphoenix, AbConcore, and Wootware. They've sponsored all of our 2019 Computex coverage, and we really appreciate them bringing us here and making us allowed to do this. Anyways, let us know what your favorite thing is from the G-Skill booth. Let us know what you think of the Trident Z Neos and the color schemes that you would want to see on some RAM coming up from them. Anyways, hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Get subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech-related content. I'm Brett with the UFD Tech Channel, and you've just watched some really good Computex coverage. And I'll see your smiling face again in the next video. Love you too.